not. Bring it up. If the lies need sunlight, bring it up. Cause every night we talk love and then we talk lies, then we laugh. Then we open your eyes. If it's messy but it's funny, bring it up. If it's sweet but it's shady, bring it up. Cause every night we talk love and then we talk lies. Real talk in our Cayman tonight.
Good night, everyone. You're tuned into Real Talk, Love, and Lies, the late night space where we put love, lies, and all the messy in between on the table. I'm your host, Alfred, and my other co-hosts are you, the listeners. Your stories shape this show. So pull up, get comfortable, bring your glass of wine, light up your special something, plug in your headphones, or turn the volume down low if the kids are still awake, and enjoy yourself. This is Real Talk, Love, and Lies, and we're just getting started. If you want to keep the conversation going after the show, scan the QR code on screen, follow us on Instagram, and join the Real Talk WhatsApp news channel for the topic drops, episode updates, and the spicy questions before we go live. And if you've been living under a rock the last couple of years and you still somehow don't follow them, go fix that right now. Follow Cayman Mall Road, Cayman's #1 source for fast news, Real Talk, and all the Cayman happenings before your group chat even wakes up. Quick disclaimer before we get into it. The content you're about to hear, including discussions and opinions from myself, our guests, and participants, is intended solely for general, informational, and entertainment purposes. We're not therapists, lawyers, doctors, or financial advisors, and nothing said on this show should be taken as professional advice. It is not a substitute for counseling, legal guidance, medical care, or financial consultation. If you have specific concerns, we strongly encourage you to seek advice from a qualified professional. Also, tonight we're talking about relationships through a football metaphor. Side pieces, positions, formations, the whole foolishness. So let's keep it clear. This is satire, not a license to disrespect anybody. No name calling, no exposing people, no threats, no harassment, and definitely no calling out real wives, girlfriends, husbands, side chicks, or situationships by name. We can laugh, we can be honest, we can be spicy, but keep it decent. We're here for grown conversation, not relationship World Cup with emotional red cards flying all over the place. Real Talk, Love and Lies disclaims all liability for any decisions or actions taken based on the information shared here tonight. We're here for honest conversation, respectfully shared, of course, and any resemblance to real people is purely coincidental, unless Side Piece Academy sounds like somewhere you or somebody you know is already enrolled. So, tonight, class is in session. Welcome to Side Piece Academy, where the uniforms are invisible, the tuition is emotional damage, and somehow everybody is still acting surprised when the exam comes. Now, before anybody starts clutching pearls, relax. We're not here to promote side piece behavior. We're simply observing the curriculum because clearly some people already enrolled and didn't read the handbook. The reason we're talking about this tonight is because there is a video circulating, as usual, of women fighting publicly. And you already know how these videos go. Everybody gathers around with their phone out, recording in 4K, and nobody is trying to stop anything properly. And let's be honest, when women are fighting like that in public, it's usually not over customer service. Somewhere in the middle of the confusion, there's usually a man. Quiet, invisible, missing from the scene, a man who helped write the whole mess, then somehow disappeared from the credits. He'll have 2 or more women outside risking edges, reputation, lashes, sandals, and possibly a good wig, and he's nowhere to be found. Probably sitting in the car looking concerned like a witness. So we're going to show the video because this is how private confusion becomes public entertainment. And this is why Side Piece Academy exists tonight.
Oh my God, tie your poor car. Your poor car, tie. Tie the poor car, bro. Jaja. Oh my God, Steven, just pull up.
Abby says this way it is. Good night, Abby. Thank you for joining me tonight. Yeah. So, I mean, that right there is what happens when a situation with no job title, no benefits, no clear reporting structure, and no pension plan gets out of hand, right? By the time two women are fighting in public over one man, everybody done lost. Well, I guess possibly the man, he didn't lose, because he somehow got promoted to the prize. And I always find that part amazing. The women get filmed, the women get laughed at, the women get called foolish or stupid, and you know, the man becomes a rumor, a prize. Nobody can find him, nobody can tag him, nobody can confirm if he was there. Suddenly he's this national secret. And that's why tonight we're keeping it light. But we're going to tell the truth. Some people are playing side piece football and they don't even know their position. Everybody trying to be striker, everybody wants to score, everybody wants the spotlight, but the match is already messy, the coach is dishonest, and half the team doesn't even know that they're on the field. And that's how you end up outside fighting over somebody who probably told both people, you're special to me, right? So tonight we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to go through the rules, the do's, the don'ts, the delusions, the danger zones, and the little things people should already know but apparently need laminated. Because if you're going to play a role, at least know the script. And rule number 1, before we even begin properly, if somebody says, he's mine, please pause, look at the man, look at your life, look at the camera phones already coming out, and ask yourself one honest question. Is this really the episode I want to be featured in? Now, after the video, we put a little poll on Instagram because nothing says public research like asking people to judge drama from the comfort of their bed. And the question was, be honest. If someone says, he's mine, your response is what? And the options were, keep him, good luck, I'm going home, this isn't my episode. Now, the results were very interesting. 65% said keep him. And honestly, that's growth, right? That's maturity. That's a woman who has seen enough foolishness in life and said, you know what? I have laundry to fold. I got leftovers in the fridge. Excuse me. I have peace at home. You can have him. Because there comes a point where you realize if somebody has to announce he's mine in public, that man already got too much mileage on him. You ever notice that? Nobody ever says he's mine calmly. It's always with a finger pointing and the neck slightly forward, the handbag sliding off the shoulder, the friend holding them back badly, and the man is never there. So the 65% saying keep him tells me people are tired. They're not fighting over any man who can't even stand up in the middle of his own confusion and say, ladies, this is on me. No. He just lets the women run the press conference. Then we had 8% who said good luck. Now, apparently that option was for the people who might fight over the man. And that 8%, we see you. I mean, I'm a little concerned, but I still see you. We see you. That's the group that still believes in active participation, right? That's the practical exam section of the Side Piece Academy. Those are the ones who don't want theory. They want field work. They want practice. But let's be honest, good luck can go two ways. Sometimes good luck means take him. You're going to need prayer, electrolytes, and a strong data plan. Other times, good luck means put down your bag. We're going to duke this out. And I'm going to discourage the second version tonight purely because court clothes are expensive and camera phones are too clear now. But then we have the 12% who said, I'm going home. Now, that's somebody whose common sense returned right on time. Sometimes the best thing you can do in a messy situation is remove yourself before you become a supporting cast member. I'm going home is somebody looking around and realizing this man not worth me losing a shoe in public. And women know the exact moment too. You feel it in your spirit. The voice says leave. Not explain yourself, not win the argument, not clear your name, just go home before your people see this on WhatsApp. Because in Cayman, you can't even disgrace yourself privately. Before you reach home, somebody already sent the video with, this not so-and-so daughter. Then you have 14% who said, this isn't my episode. Now, that one might be my favorite answer because that isn't just a response. That's a whole lifestyle. This isn't my episode means I saw the plot developing and I declined the role. It means I'm not going to be appearing in season 2. It means I don't know that man, I don't know that woman, and suddenly I don't even know myself. And that's the Cayman exit strategy. You see foolishness brewing, you turn your face, you sip your drink, and become legally unavailable as a witness. And that's the safest response of all. When somebody says he's mine, the real question is not whether he's hers. The real question is, why is he standing there letting ownership be debated like a used Honda Fit? That's the part that people skip. Everybody focuses on the women. Who shouted first? Who swung first? Who embarrassed herself? Who should have walked away? But somewhere there's a man who created a situation where two people feel like they have a claim and he's moving through life with soft music playing behind him. So tonight, based on the poll, most people say they're not fighting. They're releasing the man back into the wild, and that's a good thing. Because some men aren't prizes. Some men are group projects with cologne. And if somebody walks up to you and says, he's mine, sometimes the only sensible thing to say is, perfect. Please sign here. No returns, no refunds, no exchanges. Yeah? All right. So after the video, after the poll, Ulissa Ebanks, thank you for joining us tonight. She says, so true, so true. After the poll, after the people have declared whether they're fighting, leaving, or legally removing themselves from the storyline, welcome officially to the Side Piece Academy. Please find your seat quietly. There will be no roll call for obvious reasons. This is not a school anybody should be proud of attending, but apparently the enrollment numbers are strong. Some people signed up knowingly. Some people were recruited. Some people thought they were just talking and then one day realized they were in a full certificate program with assignments, deadlines, and emotional coursework. And that's how it happens. All right? Nobody wakes up and says, you know, I want for my life, I want a relationship with office hours. It starts small. A little, good morning, beautiful. Or, you understand me better than anybody. Or, things at home complicated right now. And the next thing you know, you're checking your phone like exam results, wondering why a grown man with 2 charges can't reply before tomorrow. And that's why Side Piece Academy has to exist. Because some people are in situations they don't fully understand. They think they're in romance. Really, they're in logistics. And this academy has some departments, right? We have the School of Discretion for people who still post in dinner plates with one man's thumb in the corner. We have advanced delusion studies for the ones who believe soon come is a date on the calendar. We have emotional budgeting for anybody spending wife-level feelings on visitor-level access. And of course, we have our most popular course, Introduction to Not Calling After 8 p.m. Very competitive class, spaces fill quickly, mostly because people keep failing. Now, every school has rules. At normal schools, you don't run in the corridor, you don't talk during assembly, you don't eat in the library. At Side Piece Academy, the rules are a little different, right? And we'll go over some of those rules later in tonight's episode, right? Because that's where people get into trouble. They start off knowing that the arrangement is casual, secret, light, breezy. Then 2 months in, they're asking, so what are we? Mom, you're confused. That's what you are. If you have to ask, what are we, in a whisper, in a car park, while he keeps checking the rear view mirror, I feel like the answer is already trying to introduce itself. And I'm not saying that to judge anybody. We're not here with a gavel tonight, right? We're here with a clipboard and a little common sense. Because the truth is, people get caught up in all kinds of arrangements. Sometimes it's ego. Sometimes it's boredom. Sometimes it's loneliness dressed up nicely. Sometimes somebody likes the attention and calls it chemistry because chemistry sounds better than I enjoy the chaos. All right? And on a small island like ours, chaos travels well. It don't need no passport. It don't need no work permit. It just needs one person with data and a connection in every district. All right? So if you're going to be in something messy, at least understand the syllabus. That's the spirit of tonight. I'm not saying go be a side piece. I'm saying if you already find yourself sitting in the back of the class, please stop acting shocked when the teacher calls your name. All right? Okay, so before we go any further, I want to bring in a football analogy because I feel like, well, I guess because we're in FIFA season and we're winding down to the finals now. I wanted to bring in a football analogy, right? Because apparently side piece life isn't just romance and poor decisions, right? It's also a form of sports management. And in my honest opinion, I think the analogy makes sense. Because in football, not everybody can be the striker. Not everybody can be captain. Not everybody can be running toward the goal, waving their hand, shouting, pass it to me, when nobody even assigned them a position. That's how teams lose matches. And in these messy relationship situations, it's the same thing. Some people are playing a role, but they don't know the role. They think they're in a relationship, but really they're in formation. So I'm going to play a clip here because I think this person broke it down like a full tactical analysis. So check this out.
I get to understand that some people are play the sidekick role and they really not understand it. They really come like they don't have the qualification or the credentials or the requirement they have to take to be a side chick. They just know say them a side chick and them a play in this game called relationship and it can't in everything where you do you have to know where you do properly in it. I can use a soccer game as an example because relationship is just like a game. You have the player, them you have the coach, you have the this, you have the that. Just like in a soccer game, when you go so bam, so you have the forward, you have left link, right link, midfield, left back, right back, stopper, man mark and goalie. And the same thing in a relationship, when a side chicks, you have to know no position. Just like how right link have to know them position, left link have to know midfield, forward, everybody have to know them position. And the same thing in a relationship with sidekick. If you never know, me tell you know, the wife, how you call it forward, more time the forward irreplaceable, and them response should score the goal them. Me not say nobody else can score a goal every now and then, you know, but the forward position, that's how him responsible for do. The forward, the person we are play forward in the relationship, them are no side chick, them are the man wife. Them not in a category they mix up on the yeah baby they are road, so we never go elaborate on them. In a man life, if you're a side chick and you play right link, you hold a good position. You hold a good position because you're second in command. You know, like the president, vice president, if anything wrong with the president, a youth expert, at this so you they have a good position. Left link now, you dep on the man next side. So you is second in command to the right link. If anything do happen to the right link are you, so your position still good. If right link ever make the mistake and put themselves, you find say you are only right link position. Midfield and worry yourself, you still get a medal because first, second and third no, not third day, you know, a fourth day do. But anyway, you know, at the left link get the bronze trophy. But anyway, you still hold a good position because outer road, in the side chicks, alright, in the side chick, we not score, we not count the white. In the side chick, you come third, so you hold a bronze, you still make it to the podium, so you scrape through. All you have to do is respect the other two there, and if you play a fair role right, no mind sharp, then to the outer town or anything, or you end up turn first lady overnight, you'd never believe. First lady pan the road, in a cause me tell you, say wife that mix up on now, yeah, baby. Alright, left back now and right back, them they are two battalions, them they just round, they just do one something at a time. I never know if it's about them. Alright, the man marker now are the one way una have to kind of rate. Because the man marker, the man walker, as a side chick, she a watch the man phone. She a make certain say everything intact. She watch him, she their road every night for situate that nothing else now. You see the stopper now where they behind the man marker. The stopper the one now where situate that no stray dog no come in. No, me say no stray dog no come in pan the turf, come on pan no field just so like say them feel say a come for all or a come for help us. And that at the stopper position now you see the goalie. You see the goalie response good times. No, I'm gonna say good times, carry response good times that is, but the goalie now, the goalie are the one around when the man feel like he really want to get him freak up a notch. Him check the goalie response to all the ball goggles in and the blow balls in and the big time blow job and in the era when him ready for them type of something there, at the goal him check. No position in our relationship and the game we run better. Just like out there on the football field, if you run out, you no watch match, you know, if you run out on the field and you look like you disorganized, you can cause enough to lose the match. If you run out on the field and something go on and you get discouraged and start going like you want to argue and fight on the field, it can cause enough to disqualify and it can cause the game to lose. So no, don't live good, better for you if you live good because you shouldn't be any moon play on one team, a one man, a one dick. You understand? Chances are is one dick. You understand? So una teammate. The man chap, you can't have pity for the man here from the shot, the whole of them, a sister and brother. No, una do. Stop war, no position. But you know why you're no business when you come around and talk about man and what kind of problem and one girl and one no big time. Because none of una know a man wife. Keep on buying quiet and live better. And live good. If you don't keep up the foolishness, the man might get vexed one night time and just eliminate everybody off of the team. And when you look, him just draft up a whole another team member when the one side, you know, sorry and can't believe the outcome of because you can't live good. Live good and stop the foolishness. Side chicks will live good at 2014.
Yeah, it's 2014, so that video is what, 12 years old? But that's the whole syllabus right there. Now, for those who don't understand patois or kind of struggling to understand what she was saying, the basic point is simple. If you're going to be on the team, know your position. The wife is not in the side piece league, so let's start there. According to the analogy, the wife is the forward. She's the one expected to score the main goals. She has the official jersey. She's in the program booklet. She might not even know there's a whole unofficial tournament happening behind the stadium. Then you got a right link. So the right link is the first side piece, right? The one who thinks that if anything happens at home, I'm next. Very dangerous confidence, but next in these situations can mean next week, next year, or even next lifetime. Then you got a left link. Still important, still in the game, but she watching the right link carefully because if the right link slip or miss a text or catches an attitude or starts asking too many questions, the left link is ready to step up. All right? Then you got a midfielder. They do plenty of work and it gets very little glory. So she's the one who's passing emotional support. She's listening to him complain. She's the one saying, oh, I understand you, while he's explaining why he still can't leave his wife because the children, the mortgage, the dog, the church anniversary, and apparently Mercury is in retrograde. Then you got the defenders. Left back, right back, stopper. These are the ones helping protect the story. They're covering the gaps. They're blocking stray information. They're making sure nobody runs into the field and asks too many questions, right? Not the most glamorous positions, but they're necessary to the mess, right? Because every lie needs a defense, right? Then you got a man marker. Her job is to watch the man tactically. She knows where he is, who he's with, what car he's in, what shirt he had on, why his WhatsApp was online at 11:42 at night, right? Then you got a goalie, right? The goalie is there for the special occasions. When the man wants something different, something exciting, something outside the normal playbook, he checks for the goalie, right? She mightn't be in every match, but when called, she believes she's saving the whole game. And that's where the confusion starts. Every position thinks they're more important than the next. The right link thinks she's almost the wife. The left link thinks she's next in line. The midfielder thinks emotional labor should count as seniority. The man marker thinks information is power. The goalie thinks being called for special plays means she's elite. Meanwhile, the man is acting like the coach, the referee, and the sponsor. And he's benefiting from everybody staying information. So when the side pieces start fighting each other, that's when the whole team collapses. Because now everybody on the field is arguing over one ball, and the crowd is watching. The phones are recording. And the man who caused the match is suddenly on the sideline looking innocent, like he only come to sell Gatorade. All right? And I think that that's where this analogy fits tonight. Because that fight video we saw earlier, that's what happens when the team loses discipline. Too many people trying to be forward, too many trying to score, or forgetting that they are not enemies, technically. They're teammates in a foolish league with bad management. And I know that might sound ridiculous, but stay with me. Because if two women are fighting over the same man, the problem may not be that one woman is better than the other. The problem is that both of them have been placed in a competition where the prize is a man with poor scheduling skills. That's a group project right there, and nobody likes group projects. So the lesson from that video is simple. Know your position. Know who else is on the field. And most importantly, know when the whole match is not worth playing. Sometimes the smartest player is not the one who scores. Sometimes it's the one who looks around, sees the mess, and says, you know what, sub me out. Now that we've established the football team, let's get to one of the first rules of Side Piece Academy. So, to all my side pieces out there, please pull out your notebook, your pens and your pencils, and start taking notes. Rule number 1, do not compete with the main. Please, do not enter a competition where the other woman may not even know that she's competing. You're there saying things like, I don't know, let's see, oh, I look better than her, or I cook better than her, or I understand him more than she does, or he can be himself with me. Meanwhile, the wife is home wondering why the light bill's so high and if the chicken defrosts yet. Right? She not in the ring with you, and she may not even know that there is a ring. And that's where people start embarrassing themselves, because comparison makes you feel like you're winning when really you're just studying somebody else's life too closely. You start watching her stories on Instagram. You start checking what she posted. You start zooming in on pictures, trying to figure out if they went to dinner. Any of this sound familiar? If they still sleep in the same bed, if that's his hand on the table, if that's his reflection in the glass door. And at that point, you're no longer dating. You're doing surveillance with lip gloss. And the thing is that the main chick, the wife, the main girlfriend, the main partner, she has home field advantage. So let's be honest. She may have the family functions, the public pictures, the church pew, the mother-in-law who still calls her sweetheart, the children's school events, the Christmas ham, the official seat at the table. You might have chemistry. You might have excitement. But don't confuse emotional snacks with full course ownership. All right? Some side pieces don't only want the man, they want to feel better than the woman he goes home to. And that's ego talking. That isn't love. That's you trying to turn a messy arrangement into a beauty pageant with no crown, no sash, and no prize money. And the man will let you do it too. All right, of course he will. He'll sit there and let you say, I would never treat you like that. He'll sigh deeply. He'll look wounded. He might rub his forehead for effect and say, you see, that's why I like talking to you. The man not looking for a judge. He's looking for comfort with no paperwork. And if you're not careful, you'll end up doing wife-level emotional labor with side piece level access. And that's a bad contract. That makes for a very, very bad contract. All right? Now, this is where some people get spicy, because somebody will say, but what if she not treating him right? Okay. And are you the relationship auditor? Did he send you the marriage file for review? Because sometimes men will tell the side piece everything wrong with home, but never mention what they're doing wrong at home. They have very selective reporting, almost like a weather forecast that only says rain on her side of the island. All right? You're hearing his version. And his version probably comes with lighting, music, and one small teardrop that he saved from however many years ago. So don't let his complaints make you feel superior. The same man who tells you, oh, she doesn't understand me like you do, maybe at home saying to his wife or the main woman, oh, baby, I was just tired. Everybody getting a different press release. Everybody getting a different version. That's why competing with the main chick is dangerous. You don't even have the full schedule. You don't know what he tells her. You don't know what he promises her. You don't know what he leaves out when he talks to you. You only know the version that arrives when he wants attention. And attention can dress up nice, you know. It can put on cologne and call itself a connection. But the rule is simple. Never compete with the main. Don't compare bodies. Don't compare cooking. Don't compare bedroom performance. Don't compare who knows him better. Because if you have to prove that you're better to be chosen, you're already working too hard. And let's be very real. Even if you win the argument, what exactly did you win? A man who created a tournament? A man who let two women measure themselves against each other while he stood there like the trophy? No, man. That's not a prize. So keep your dignity. Keep your face relaxed. Any man who lets women compete for him like a halftime raffle is probably not worth the ticket price. All right. Now let's move on to one of the most important rules in the entire academy. Side pieces, please take note. Never call a man's phone after 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., that phone is no longer a phone, that is evidence. That is not the time to be calling with your little soft voice asking, you busy? Yes, he's busy. By 8 p.m., that man is either home, supervised, pretending to watch Netflix, or lying down with the phone face down like it committed a crime. That is not the hour for emotional check-ins. No, I miss you, or why are you ignoring me, or you said you were going to call. No random voice notes with feelings in it. No, none of that. Absolutely not. That's how people end up with problems. A seasoned side piece understands office hours. You communicate in a safe window. Lunch break. On the road. Before he reaches home. Maybe when he says, oh, I'm going by the gas station, and somehow the gas station takes 45 minutes. But after 8 p.m., you leave that man alone. One vibration can change the whole atmosphere in the house. One name popping up can turn a peaceful living room into a court hearing. And please, don't get brave and call twice. One missed call is suspicious. 2 missed calls is disrespectful. And by the time you get to 3 missed calls, it means that you want to be introduced to the wife by force. And let's talk about WhatsApp too. Some people think because it's not a call, it's safe. No. Hey stranger at 9:34 p.m. is still evidence. A heart emoji at bedtime isn't discretion, nor is a voice note after dark. All right? And if you send, "Are you alone?" you deserve whatever consequences you get, because now everybody in the room wants to know too. So this is where discipline matters. Side Piece Academy is not only about glamour and foolishness, it's about timing. You can't have side piece access with main woman expectations. If you want somebody who answers freely at night, who can pick up without whispering, who can talk to you while making tea in the kitchen or Milo in the kitchen, then what you want isn't a side piece arrangement. What you want is a single man. Very rare species, right? But they do exist. So rule number 2 is simple. After 8 p.m., keep your hands to yourself. Don't call, don't double text, don't send any triple question marks. Do not start typing and deleting so that he sees the words typing for 5 minutes like it's a threat. Just breathe, drink water, watch your Netflix show. All right? After 8 p.m., every notification has consequences. And at Side Piece Academy, we believe in one thing. Daytime is for communication, nighttime is for screenshots. All right, so let's see here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm getting some texts that are coming in at the same time. Tuning in, loving the show. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So let's see. We did rule number 1, rule number 2. All right, so rule number 3. What would rule number 2, 3 be? Let's see here. All right. I guess rule number 3 would be just keep it cute and have fun. That's it. That's your whole job description as a side piece. You're not supposed to be interrogating the man like customs. All right? You're not supposed to be asking him questions. Where you been? Who you with? Why you didn't answer? Why she commenting heart eyes under your picture? No, ma'am. That's main woman energy. That's wife energy. Okay? That is household committee business. And according to the Academy handbook, you don't have that department. Now, I understand that feelings happen. People get attached. 1 minute it's fun. Next minute you're watching his online status like you work for Flow. But that's when you have to check yourself. Because your arrangement started as light, private, and convenient. You can't suddenly start demanding full relationship accountability. That's like renting one of them scooters and asking why it don't come with a mortgage. Wrong vehicle, wrong contract. Keep it cute. Laugh, flirt, enjoy the attention if that's what you signed up for. But the minute you start questioning him like he owes you a family plan, you already promoted yourself in your head. And promotion without paperwork is how people get hurt. He may entertain the questions for a while. He may say, "Don't worry, I care about you." He might even look sincere. Men have been known to look sincere when, while lying in 3 different directions. But caring is not the same as commitment, and access isn't the same as authority. So don't be there asking wife-level questions from a side entrance, because the answer might very well humble you. And nobody likes being humbled in a cute outfit. So rule number 3, keep it cute. Keep it light. Keep your expectations where you left your shoes, close enough to find them when it's time to go. Because once you start investigating, cross-examining, and asking for explanations, the fun is over. And at that point, you're no longer a side piece. You become an unpaid detective with emotional damage. Now, it would be remiss of me not to cover in Side Piece Academy the topic of evidence. So let's talk about evidence. Some people say they want privacy, but they post on social media like they're applying for discovery in court, which leads us to rule number 4. Do not post clues. Please. A hand on the steering wheel, a watch on the table, a hotel curtain, 2 drinks at dinner, 1 knee in the corner of the photo, a plate of food with his thumb accidentally, quote unquote, entering the frame. All right? In Cayman, people don't need much. One person might look at that post and say, wait, Dana, he bracelet. Another man might look at it and say, well, tell her like inside he car. And a third person will come with expert testimony. I know that dashboard. My cousin used to date him. And then that's how the investigation starts. Small island people don't scroll casually, friend. They zoom, they compare, they enhance them photos like FBI. And please, for God's sake, don't let there be a reflection in a glass door, because at that point you're finished. All right? And WhatsApp status is the worst. Some people post a man's hand with a heart emoji and then they act shocked when people start asking questions. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You posted a mystery limb at 11:47 p.m. with SZA playing in the background, and the public have no choice but to assemble. Right? And please, for God's sake, stop with the cryptic quotes that people like to post up on WhatsApp. Oh, well, my peace is protected. Real love always finds a way. What's done in the dark, ... Miss, you're not being mysterious. You're writing the trailer. And if you want the arrangement private, keep it private. Don't put up no hints. You're not putting up hints. You're not putting up shadows. No matching plates. No somebody's son captions. No hotel slippers. No airport lounge pictures with one suitcase that clearly isn't yours. The minute you start posting clues, you're going to invite detectives. And once the detectives arrive, don't complain about the investigation. So rule number 4 is quite simple here at Side Piece Academy. Either keep it cute and quiet, or prepare for people to identify the man by his left thumb. Now let's talk about expectations, because nothing exposes a situationship faster than a public holiday. Rule number 5, manage your expectations around special dates. Valentine's Day, Christmas, birthdays, New Year's Eve, Easter lunch, Mother's Day, funerals if the family are dramatic enough. Please understand, those dates are heavily booked. That calendar has seniority. You cannot be in a secret arrangement expecting public holiday treatment. That is how disappointment finds you with lashes on. Valentine's Day especially is not for beginners. If you are the side piece, your Valentine's might be February 13th or February 15th or soon come, right? And soon isn't a date. You might get dinner the week after. You might get a gift in a plastic bag from the back seat. You might get, well, I wanted to see you, but things were complicated, right? Of course things were complicated. It was Valentine's Day and he had a whole main address to report to. Christmas is worse. Christmas is family time. That means matching pajamas and awkward photos and ham and church and children opening gifts and aunties passing through and one woman in the kitchen who already earned her place by the stove. You're not getting Christmas morning. You might get a Boxing Day voice note. And even that might come from the bathroom. Birthdays are tricky too, because if it's his birthday, don't expect to be at the table when the cake comes out. You may be the person he sees later, after the family dinner and the photos, right? But please don't sit there liking the post with violence in your spirit. That's not healthy either for you. And if it's your birthday, manage that too. Because a man in a complicated situation will have you celebrating your birthday on a Tuesday afternoon like it's a dentist appointment. Can you meet me for lunch? No, sir, I was born at night too. But again, this is why expectations matter. You have to know what arrangement you are in. If someone can't claim you publicly, then they probably can't celebrate you publicly either. And that doesn't mean that you sit down and suffer. It just means that you tell yourself the truth before the holiday embarrasses you. Special dates have a way of reminding people where they really stand. Regular Tuesday, you feel important. Valentine's Day, you feel like an optional attachment. And that's the hard little lesson. If you know you're not the main, please don't build your whole emotional Christmas tree around this man. Make your own plans. Buy your own outfit. Go to brunch with your friends. Drink your sorrel in peace. Sitting by the phone on a special day waiting for somebody else's man to become available is customer service hold music. So, rule number 5, manage your expectations. If you know the arrangement is private, don't expect public treatment. And if you want flowers on the actual day, dinner at the actual restaurant, photos in the actual light, and a man who can answer the phone after dessert, then that isn't Side Piece Academy. You need to transfer out to Side Piece Academy. All right. Just give me one moment, folks, while I sort something out. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to deal with something in my living room. All right, now for the final rule. And really, this one shouldn't need a full course, but apparently we have to teach it at Side Piece Academy. Never fight other women over the man. Please. No fighting the wife. No fighting the man. No fighting the next side chick. No fighting the woman you suspect might be a side chick, but you only saw one heart emoji and you got brave. Leave people alone. All right? First of all, the wife or the main woman, if she's not married, she's not in the mix up with you. All right? She's not on the road with the rest of the team. She might not even know that there is a team. She's at home living her life, thinking the man is just moody, busy, tired, or going through something. Meanwhile, outside, the unofficial league is in complete disorder. So respect the man. All right? Because she didn't apply for this foolishness. And she's not your enemy either. If the man has more than one side piece, those women aren't your enemies either. Okay, technically you're all on the same team. It might be a very questionable team, yes. Bad management, poor communication, no proper uniforms, but you're all still on one team. So why are you fighting the left link? Why are you arguing with the midfielder? Why are you trying to tackle the goalie in the parking lot? For what? The man already drafted everybody and didn't even provide a team schedule. None of your teammate fault, right? And this is where people lose the plot. They start attacking each other, like that video earlier, instead of looking at the coach. The coach is the one moving people around. He's the one that's promising everybody playing time. All right? And when the team starts fighting, the coach suddenly quiet, standing on the sideline like he never touched the clipboard. No. If there's confusion, take it up with management. All right? Once women start fighting over one man, the man becomes the prize, and everybody else becomes the entertainment. Right? And that's a terrible bargain. You get bruises, screenshots, WhatsApp commentary. You know, you may even get your honest saying, well, I expected better from her. Right? He gets to go home and say, things got out of hand, or watch them fight over me. Right? So the final rule is simple. Don't fight women over a man. Respect the wife. Respect the man. Respect the other side chicks on the team if there's more than one. And most importantly, respect yourself enough to know when the match is foolish. If everybody is outside fighting for the same ball, maybe the ball isn't worth chasing. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is look around, see the crowd gathering, see the phones coming out, and say, you know what? Coach can keep this team. I'm transferring. So, as we wrap tonight's class at Sidepiece Academy, let's be clear. Nobody is leaving Sidepiece Academy with a certificate. Nobody is getting extra credit. And if you recognize yourself in too many of these rules, don't panic. Just quietly update your life before the next semester starts. All right? Tonight was fun, but the little truth underneath it is simple. Never lose your dignity over somebody who is managing people like a football squad. Don't fight the wife. Don't fight the man. Don't fight the right link, the left link, the midfielder, the goalie, the substitute, or anybody else who got drafted into the foolishness. And for the love of peace, stop letting one man turn grown women into public entertainment while he stands off to the side looking like he just came by to buy a party. If he's yours, he shouldn't require crowd control. And if he's not yours, don't audition for ownership. And if somebody walks up to you and says he's mine, the safest answer may still be, perfect, keep him. Some arguments aren't worth the lashes, the wig, the sandals, the screenshots, or your auntie calling your mother before you even reach home. Remember, protect your peace, know your role, know your worth, and know when to leave the match before the referee, the spectators, and the WhatsApp gets involved. I'm going to leave you with this video, and I want you to really take to heart the wisdom in these lyrics that you're about to hear. So this has been Real Talk. Good night.
Me at a fight. See a girl pussy kill her man last night, but watch a girl grab up your buff. I know your pussy fault that the bad influence them from fear fuck them when she used to give. So when me tell my mate and my man say, me born with the initial of success. No guy can't take that from me. So watch lady stop on the keys. Watch this. If him left, I know my pussy fall. The only fall my pussy have a fit chip. The other ass me possess with the good underneath. When me man a fuck the pussy, him not tapping him teeth. Him say it tighty. See me can't get in. Look on the dresser, pass me the Vaseline. I lay down no. You know me not dream. You are 22 and you feel like 13 girls skin out.
Good pom pom deserve shelter.
Cause real love steady, it don't need show. It move like reggae bassline, nice and slow. Real talk, love and lies. You see through all them disguise. Truth come first, we no compromise. Open your eyes, open your eyes. From Cayman shore to city lights. Real talk, love and me talk lines. Hold your heart, protect your vibes. It's real talk tonight.